They say betrayal cuts the deepest when it comes from the people you love most. If a stranger hurts you, you can shrug it off. But when it's your wife and your best friend, it doesn't just sting, it destroys you from the inside. That's exactly what happened to me, and I made sure they both paid for it in the most unforgettable way possible. For most of my 20s, I thought I was the luckiest man alive. I had married the love of my life, Emma. She was beautiful, smart, funny, and her smile lit up every room she walked into. My best friend Daniel was like a brother to me. We'd grown up together, done everything together, and stood by each other through thick and thin. The three of us spent so much time together that people used to joke we were a trio. Emma and Daniel got along really well, sometimes almost too well, but I always brushed it off. After all, Daniel was family to me. Why would I ever doubt him? Then, small things started happening. Emma suddenly began dressing up more, even when she said she was just meeting girlfriends for dinner. She smiled at her phone at night, tilting the screen away when I got close. Daniel, on the other hand, became harder to reach. He used to pick up my calls instantly, but now it took hours, sometimes days. I told myself it was just life, that maybe I was overthinking, but my gut wouldn't stay quiet. One Friday night, Emma told me she was going out with her girlfriends. Something felt off. After she left, I opened the location sharing app we both had. She wasn't at the restaurant she claimed. She was at an apartment complex, one I knew far too well. Daniel's. I drove over, parked a block away, and walked toward his building. His window was half open, and through the gap in the curtains, I saw her sitting on his couch, drinking wine, laughing. Daniel leaned in, touched her face, and kissed her. Not a friendly kiss, an intimate kiss. The kind of kiss that told me this had been going on for a long time. My chest collapsed. I couldn't breathe. My wife, my best friend, the two people I trusted most in this world had been betraying me together. I wanted to storm inside, scream, punch Daniel, demand answers, but instead I walked back to my car in silence. Because anger wasn't enough. They didn't deserve just confrontation. They deserved something far worse. For weeks I played the role of the clueless husband and loyal friend. I smiled. I laughed, I acted normal, but behind the scenes, I was gathering evidence, screenshots of late-night texts, GPS records of Emma's car at Daniel's place, photos, even a short video of them kissing in his driveway. Every piece of evidence was a nail in the coffin I was building for them. And then Daniel dropped the bombshell. He was getting married, not to Emma, but to his longtime girlfriend, Claire. And the best part? He asked me to be his best man. The irony was almost poetic. He wanted me to stand beside him on the happiest day of his life, while he had been quietly destroying mine. That's when I knew exactly how I would end this. His wedding wouldn't be a celebration. It would be his downfall. I played along, smiling, joking, helping with wedding plans. I even got close to Claire, under the guise of helping her with little details. She had no idea what kind of man she was about to marry. None of them did. But they were all about to find out. The big day arrived. The hall was filled with flowers, laughter, and music. Daniel looked like the happiest man alive in his tuxedo, grinning ear to ear. Emma was there too, looking stunning, pretending to be the loyal wife. And me, I was the best man, standing right beside the groom, holding the weapon that would destroy him. The ceremony went smoothly. Vows were exchanged. Rings were slipped on. The crowd cheered. Daniel kissed his new wife, and the room filled with applause. But it was during the reception, when it was time for speeches, that everything changed. I stood up, microphone in hand. The room quieted down, all eyes on me. I started light, making jokes about growing up with Daniel, sharing funny stories. Guests laughed, Daniel smiled proudly, Emma sipped her drink nervously. Then my tone shifted. I said slowly, Daniel has always been someone who goes after what he wants, no matter what, even if it means hurting the people closest to him. The room stirred. Daniel's smile faltered. Emma's face went pale. I continued. What most of you don't know is that Daniel and I share something very personal. My wife, the room gasped. People looked at each other in shock. Claire froze, staring at Daniel. I pulled out my phone, connected it to the projector, and hit play. On the big screen appeared photo after photo of Emma and Daniel together, screenshots of their messages, and finally the video of them kissing outside his apartment. The hall erupted. Gasps, shouts, whispers filled the air. Claire's face crumbled in horror as tears streamed down her cheeks. She turned to Daniel, her voice shaking. Tell me this isn't real. But the evidence was undeniable. Daniel stammered, sweating, trying to speak, but no words came out. Claire ripped the ring off her finger and threw it at him. Guests began yelling, some storming out, others recording on their phones. Emma rushed up to me, crying, Why would you do this? Why here? I looked at her coldly and said, Why did you do this at all? I set the microphone down, straightened my suit, and walked out of the hall, leaving the chaos behind me. Daniel's marriage had ended before it even began. Emma's reputation was destroyed, and me? I walked away free, finally unchained from two snakes I had once called my family. They thought they had broken me, but in the end, I had the final word. And my revenge? It was perfect.